Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Emmanuel Lens back again with another video. As you can see, it looks completely different because I literally just got a new lens. I don't know if I can actually show you, but I'm not going to talk about the new lens today. What I'm talking about is my new acquisition, the Fuji X-A1. It's a very old camera, but it was for a steal. I literally got this camera for roughly $45, 40, $50, 55, let's say $55 if I really have to put it into conversion. And you guys know how hard it is to get a Fuji right now. Any Fuji right now, it just looks like they either sold out or they overpriced. And you know, getting a camera of this quality, especially with the X-Trans 1 sensor for this price, is crazy. This is not going to be like a hands-on experience because I have with me here my XT1, which you guys know about and I've spoken about quite a lot. And this camera do share the same sensor, but there's quite a lot of differences in themselves, and you can see for yourself already how they feel. This feels like I'm not even holding anything at all. It's very plasticky. It has nice texture, but it's very plasticky, and it pairs very well with the lens that I hate the most. I haven't used this lens in over 6 months. I think I told you guys, and I even got a new lens right now. I'll show you as well. Uh, so it pairs really well with this kit lens, the 15 to 45 from Fuji, the one with the variable aperture and the power zoom. It's a lens that I don't like much. So how was I able to get this camera for $55? You can check online. This camera goes for really expensive. I'll check the listing and just show you how much this camera goes for. I'll put it in the video as well. And it is still, to be honest, at this price, this camera is a still. It's a very good camera for beginners and for people just that want to do photography for fun. You can literally use this camera for photography. It has a hot shoe for flash, but unfortunately it only works with Fuji flashes, and that's the same issue I also have with my XT1. I can't use universal flashes, even though it has that universal pin here. I don't know if there's an issue or it's just these cameras, because I was thinking that maybe my Fuji X-T1 had a problem, but I tried and only to find out that it's a problem with these cameras. So you can't use universal flashes on them. As I was saying, this is a very good camera for people that want to dip their toe into photography because it's very user friendly. And funny enough, it has a better articulating screen than the Fuji X-T1 because it can articulate all the way down like this. Whereas the X-T1, as you can see, it doesn't go all the way down like that. So it stops there, and it does the same movement. It goes as flat as like this, as well as the XA1. It also goes flat. It even goes, because the camera tilts down, you can even do this. I don't know who ever shoot like this, but this is quite surprising because it just gives you really a good angle. And paired with this versatile lens, as much as it has a very low aperture, but it's still pretty a good proposition to say the least. So let's just talk about some of the pros and cons of the XA1 and why I picked up this camera. And yeah, people will say, and I can still resell this. I already got somebody who's interested in buying this camera for pretty much triple the price, and I can resell it anytime I want because I know Fuji cameras never take time on the market. So this camera is a really good image sensor. It's the same one as the XT1. It's a X-Trans 2 sensor. You guys know about that sensor and the image quality that it produces. You can obviously change lenses. 16 megapixel. I think that's enough for your like Instagram. I don't do any print work or anything like that, but it still can go as print work and stuff like that. You can still use it. You have Fuji simulation. Unfortunately, you don't have classic Chrome. I tried to update I updated the software the software on this camera. I couldn't get classic Chrome. That is a bumper. I really didn't like that. The price, obviously, I spoke about that. That's just a steal. That price, $55 is a steal. I couldn't pass onto that. And it unfortunately has a lot of cons, and that is one thing that I've noticed. It's not as customizable as the Fuji X-T2. X-T1 or even X-T2, because I tried to set up some quick shots. It only has one function button here on top, which I really don't like much. At least it's one function button. So if I shoot, for example, manual, if I shoot manual, it has a back dial here, which I like. So the back dial here allows me to set my aperture. I can set my what do you call that? My shutter speed here, and then I use this back dial to set my ISO. But what I'm thinking about doing, because this obviously I'll be shooting it mostly with my Fuji lenses, and the Fuji lenses do have aperture on them. So I'll probably change this one of the dial into like either like the ISO, then I'll use this function button to maybe use like for focus selection. That is also one thing that I noticed, that I can't really select a focus point. Its focus is in the middle. And that's it. It does have good phase autofocus, which is weird on its own. I guess I've never really used for manual autofocus lenses on this camera, so it does have good autofocus. I just can't choose where my focus point is, so that's also something that I feel like it's a little bit of a bumper, and I kind of don't, not really feeling that. I'm very disappointed, but yeah, I can make do with at least at the moment. And as I say, this camera is not really a camera for me to like fuss about a lot. It's a very like okay camera. The autofocus is a bit slow compared to today's standard, but I can't really say that. This is what 2014 camera, 2013 camera. It came out in 2013. Yeah, 2013, and it's contrast-based autofocus. It's not even like the hybrid autofocus that you find on the X-T1 and the X-T2, which is what is it again? It's a contrast-based and phase dual autofocus combined. So the video feature on this camera is pretty much non-existent. It shoot 1080 at 30 frames per second, and it doesn't even have a microphone jack. Not even the smaller one, the 2.5 millimeter one that the Fuji X-T1 has. Battery life is horrendous, but understandable for this time period. You can't really say anything much about it. But if, let's say, you want to get into photography, and if you are gifting maybe your one of your loved one camera, and I know Fuji, for a reason, Fuji will just go well with anybody right now because of some of the things, especially the Fuji simulation just allows it to keep it like really good. And this one is in pretty good condition. It's very light. That is one thing that I like. I kind of compare to, because this is a professional camera by the time it came out. This was Fuji professional camera by the time it came out, and it still has those professional feel when you use it. Magnesium body, made in Japan. Where is this one made? This one was made in Thailand. So yeah, a little bit of the difference in terms of body construction. I've been wanting to get a battery grip for my X-T1, but I feel it's very pointless because now I have, and this camera I bought it with 2 extra batteries. So no, with 1 extra battery, the one in the body and the one that I have, which makes me have 5 Fuji batteries at the moment, and it's pretty good. It's pretty fun, and I'm pretty satisfied with that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this camera. Please go out and shoot. I hope I'll be able to shoot this one a little bit more than I've been able to shoot my X-T1. But I've been shooting my X-T1 quite a lot compared to any other camera that I've had, because I always put it in my bag. But at least with this one, if I put an extra battery, it's not as heavy as having this. And yeah, I will keep this a little bit more into my bag now and try to shoot a little more often. And probably get this lens as well with me outside to just shoot a little bit more street photography and street stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace out.